Hi folks, welcome back to Fishing with Den. Well, this time I'm doing a bit of feeder fishing, so I thought I'd just show you my anti-tangle rig using the Twissled Boom technique. And before you switch off, it's not the standard Twissled Boom technique, okay? Normally when people tie up a Twissled Boom rig, they actually make it up on the bank. I don't. I use one of these. Okay, you probably can't see that too well at the moment, but I'll put a little close-up on the screen for you. But you can see it's sort of probably 6 or 7 inches long. It's got a swivel on one end. This one happens to have one of those hook length swivel things that you can a hook length swivel thing that you can hook lengths onto. It's also got a loop there just in case you didn't want that, so you can just use it as a loop. So why do I do that? Well, first of all, I've got arthritis, as you probably know, in this thumb here and also this finger, and I'm left-handed, so that doesn't help. But the other reason is, if you're trying to tie one of these Twissled Boom rigs up on the bank, if it's really cold, that's not very helpful because your hands don't work too well either. And thirdly, obviously convenience. I actually carry mine. I've got a few packets of them here, just in these little snap-top packets. So if I do happen to lose the whole rig or something gets frayed or whatever, I can swap it over very quickly and very easily. So that's why I do it. What we'll do now is show you how it all goes together. So first of all, you just need a standard snap swivel. That goes on the line. Then I use one of these Enterprise protector beads. Sorry, I've torn the corner off. This is Enterprise tackle protector bead. It's just a swivel protector. They come in different sizes, but I'll talk to you a little bit more about that in a minute. So just put that on so that the open end is facing the end of the line. Then all you do is you get your Twissled Boom that you've already made up, and you tie it on using whatever knot you like. I'm going to use a uni knot, also known as a grinner, I believe, but you can use entirely what suits you. I just use 5 turns in mine. Pull it down tight and just trim off the end, tag end like that. Okay, so now what we do is we pull that protector bead down onto the swivel so it fits over it like that. So you've only got the twizzled end, this end of the swivel showing and the Twissled Boom. So now if I can reach up and get my swivel back, just a standard snap swivel, this is nothing special. Take your feeder, put that on, and clip it. Okay, you can already see how by allowing this to come down, that pushes the protector bead out, and the weight of this holds everything away from the feeder. Now the thing with the Twissled Boom here is all it has to be is a little bit longer than the feeder itself, just so it hangs just below it. Could be a bit longer than this, I've got some in different lengths, but that's a sort of a fairly standard thing. As I say, I've got one of these hook length swivels on here, and I have been doing a little bit of fishing already. So here's my hook length, still got some bait on it. I'm using a hair today, and just clip it on. Pull the cover over the top, and that's it. That's the rig done. Rig? Right, okay. So hopefully you can see that pretty well. I'll try and hold that up a little bit higher. Maybe this one can catch it a bit better. But you can see that holds it away quite nicely from there. And really that's all there is to it. What we'll do now is we'll go back into the shed, the garage, and I'll just show you how to tie up this separated Twissled Boom thing. Here we go then. This is Guru dragline. This is 8-pound breaking strain, or 0.28mm in diameter, and this is the line I like to use. As you can tell, it's not a high-tech pre-stretched line. It's 0.28mm in diameter. This thing is pretty much bulletproof. It's abrasion resistant, and I use it all the time, never had a problem. So I'm going to take off about 60 centimeters. take one end, grab the other end, and just make a loop like that. Then tie an overhand loop. Doesn't matter how big this is. Just literally tie the loop. As always, wet it. I'm just going to use this screwdriver to just pull it down tight. And now we've got the start of the boom. Now the idea is that I twist this way with this hand and twist this way with this hand, and then it creates the boom. Now obviously with the arthritis I can't twist too well with this hand, so I'm going to have to do more twisting with this one. Hopefully you'll find it a bit easier than me, but do it a few times so that you're working up the boom. There we go. And then when you get, oh I don't know, it's probably 15 centimeters, 6 inches or so, just pull it like that, okay? And release, and you get nice tight curls in it, a twist in it. Again, do the twisting. There we go. And I'm going to do this up until probably close to 30 centimeters or a foot or so. It's not critical. Okay, so there we go. And then this time I'm going to pull down to about the point I got to last time. Release, nice tight twists. One more go at this just to finish off. I've actually just come back from the specialist this morning, having get ultrasounds and x-rays on my finger. Now he's sending me for an MRI. So hopefully we won't have anything too desperate to report next time. Okay, so that's it. Just going to lock it off and tie a straightforward overhand knot on here again as usual, and just chop off the tag ends like that. So now what we've got is a boom and a loop, and that's it. So this boom, as I said, probably about a foot long at this point in time. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to put the swivel on, and I'm going to use a tucked or half blood knot. So if I can get this in here like that. Okay, just bring it down the line. So you've got about, I don't know, 5-6 inches or so, something like that. And then start your blood knot, or half blood knot. So I'm going to use 3 turns, 1, 2, 3. I'm going to go back through the loop I formed, and then come back on the loop which was there. Okay, wet it, use your mouth, pull down. Now this is the important part. You have to pull this knot down properly. If you don't, it will slip. So make sure you dress it all the way down, pull, and then I just pull my fingernails against the knot like that. And that's it. Now, just to test it, I'm going to get my screwdriver in the loop, hold the actual swivel itself, and I'm going to pull, and I'm going to pull and sort of stretch, and if that's not moving now, that's not going to move. So what we can do is just cut off the tag end like that, and there's the Twissled Boom, and that can be where you end it if you want to, because you've got just the loop at the end, and you can do a loop to loop knot exactly the same way as you always would with the hook length. As I said, however, these days I'm using these hook length swivels, so to get it onto the eye or the loop of the boom, what I'm going to do is use, I'll just get closer for you, I'm going to use one of these baiting needles. This one has a barb on it here, and all I do is put the needle through the swivel eye and then hook it onto the line like that. And all you have to do is just dress the swivel onto the boom, oops, Don't drop it, Den, don't drop it. Right, so we've got that on, and you just take the loop and push it over the top and pull down. Make sure it's dressed down nicely, neatly, onto the swivel eye, and that's it. You've got your completed project. Okay, so now you've seen how that gets put together, and you've probably made up a few for a rainy day and do a bit of fishing. I've actually had 2 or 3 casts before I started doing this video, and full disclosure, I had one small carp, but I'm fishing out at about, I think it's 41 turns. And there. Okay, now today there's not much wind, but even if there was, I've been using this rig for years now. I made it about 3 years ago, I think, but it never gives me any trouble. I can't remember the last time I actually had a tangle with this rig, whether you use it with or without that hook length clip swivel on the bottom. If you just want to do loop to loop, that's up to you, but there you go, an easy, quick way to get yourself rigged up and in the water. And that's all there is to it, guys. It's a very straightforward, very simple way of doing it, but it means, as I say, if you've got arthritis, or if your hands are cold, or if you just want speed, then this is a good way to do it. Anyway, as always, hope you enjoyed it. See you next time.